Hi, I'm Chelsea Hewsome, your host of the Lip Service and Lashes podcast. I'm an entrepreneur, author, speaker, and mom of two. And I'm so tired of women not feeling like they can show up as fully expressed versions of themselves. So here, we're all about that unapologetically, because honestly, we don't have time not to. Literally because we're busy as F moms and entrepreneurs, but also figuratively because we don't know how much time we have on this planet and we want to make an impact now. But if we're doing this, we're making it real vibes only. So let's get inspired, laugh our asses off, quite possibly cry, and feel like you're sitting on the couch with your bestie and a glass of wine. I'm so happy you're here. Let's dive in. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Lip Service and Lashes podcast. I'm your host, Chelsea Hewsome, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, I have Christina Deering with me. Christina is a shaman leader and business intuitive who helps entrepreneurs scale to six figures and beyond. She's best known for clearing more limiting beliefs and trauma in one healing session than decades worth of therapy. Let me just say wow to that. She opens her clients up to receiving manifestations at quantum speed. She host of the top 10% podcast worldwide, You Unlimited, with Christina Deering. She's a trailblazer on all things wealth energetics, emotional mastery, and unlocking your intuition for financial success. She has been featured in Forbes, E360 TV, and Goss Manifest magazine, and is an international speaker on creating impact and legacy in alignment with your soul. Wow. Christina, thank you so much for coming on today.
Yeah, Chelsea, thank you so much. I'm so excited to dig in with you and to just pour into all of the listeners. That's always my intention. Like whatever I'm meant to share is just, it's meant to be for whoever's tuning in. So I'm excited for whoever's tuning in. Hopefully there's some golden nuggets here for you.
Oh, I'm sure there will be. And I got to say, we got like the same, I saw, because you just had a birthday recently and I saw your Instagram. I'm like, girl, we're matching with our nails.
Yeah, hot pink. I love it. Yes.
Yep. Well, okay. I kind of just want to jump in there because you just recently had a birthday and I saw you post it. You just turned 38, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you posted your 38 biggest lessons. And I want to know, because there's so many lessons, I'm sure amazing ones that you have. But if you had to choose the biggest one that resonated with you, like as you're stepping into your 38th year, what would that be?
Yeah, that's such a good question. And, it's almost like, when I think about it, everything is a mirror. So the things that trigger me within other people that a past version of me used to like judge people for it or say that they were wrong. It's like, well, what are they mirroring back to me that's helping me heal? And so I think that's a really big part of my own expansion is just recognizing my triggers or my expanders. They're expanding me into the next level version of me that can actually hold the manifestation I'm calling in. And so when I ask for this big manifestation, like whatever it is I'm wanting to call in, the universe is going to say, absolutely. And you get to expand into the version of you that can hold that. And so people, opportunities, different situations will then trigger me into expanding into that version of self. So I would say just everything around me is a mirror for self and self-evolution and things of that nature. That was a big one for me. Yeah.
I love that. And it's like, yes, I'm calling this in, but life's also going to challenge me to go to the next level to receive that, right? Because you're not there yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love that. Okay. So how did you get into this business? Because it's so unique and I love, how did you become a shaman and business intuitive and how I love that you've kind of mixed the two together. So can you kind of talk about a little more like what you do and how you got into that?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So I worked in marketing for 15 years and I kept climbing the corporate ladder. I kept making more money, having the higher title. And there was this part of me that just felt like something was missing. It's like I was building brands that they didn't actually care about the job that they were doing, the company that they were at. It was like we were building something that no one really cared about. Yes, they were huge brands, but ultimately the people were just kind of showing up to get a paycheck and they didn't really care about how it might be deeply impacting the planet. And so there was a part of me that was like, there's got to be something more to life. Like, I feel like there's got to be something more to life. And I had a huge, you could call it a spiritual awakening when my dog passed away, where all of a sudden it was like, oh, wow, my deepest fear, which is someone that I loved died.
Mm-hmm.
Life is short. And what is this teaching me? What do I need to really step into? How can I really self actualize in this lifetime? And there were lots of things that happened kind of spiritually that had me realize, like, oh, there's so much more at play in the world and in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it really fascinating. But ultimately, it kind of woke me up to God's source universe. It was like, okay, there's got to be another realm. There's got, like, I need to lean into God for the healing that I'm experiencing right now. And also, what is God calling me into? What can I step into that might be a deeper part of myself that I haven't actually let myself step into? And so I just kept getting this message like, Christina, you are writing your autobiography in real time. How do you want this next chapter to read? Do you want it to read like the last 8 chapters, or do you want to have a plot twist?
I
And
love
so
that.
I was like, ooh, okay, I think I want the plot twist. So I
Plot
started to
twist.
just, yeah, exactly, plot twist. And so I ended up just starting to build something on the side that I found interesting, which at the time was life coaching. And
Okay.
so I started to build it. It started to scale. And what I recognized was that business was going to evolve as I evolved. And so what I started leaning into was, okay, even though I was just starting to life coach, I was then being drawn to different healing modalities like breath work and Reiki and all of these different things that I found really fascinating, where instead of just talking about our feelings, we were moving the energy behind it. We were kind of uprooting
Right.
where it was living originally. So that to me, I found fascinating. And then through that, my own shaman was like, you're being called into shamanism. And I was like, it's a full body yes, but I don't even know what that means. I was like Googling, like, what is a shaman? And it just felt right though. So I started leaning into it. And basically what it means is you're basically honoring the spirit within you. You're honoring, what did my soul come here to do and build in this lifetime? And it's a way of just accessing our highest self, our soul. And so that's so much of what I do and what I lean into is just helping people access their soul, their intuition, and build a business in alignment with their soul so that they want to build and scale it. And they haven't built someone else's business because someone else told them to, things of that nature.
Oh, I love that. And it's like aligned and it's
Yes.
lights you up truly deep
Uh-huh.
within your soul. Oh, I love all of that. That's
Mhm.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So I have a selfish question
Let's
with
go.
because I know I'm not the only one. So
Yeah.
talking about like energy and
Uh-huh.
manifesting and bringing things in, right? So I'm just going to ask this in general, but like if business is slower or things like that, I'm like, I know myself well enough. I start to be like, oh my God, I've blocked this. I've somehow blocked
Mhm.
whatever's should be coming to me, right?
Mhm.
Can you talk to me about how the energy works? And like, I always am like, stop. You need to step out. You need to like go do things that light your soul up and like
Mhm.
rest and like recharge.
Mhm.
But, can you give some advice of somebody that's I feel sometimes like I'm blocking things and I'm sure I
Mm.
am, but I don't know
Mhm.
what the hell I'm doing
Mhm. Yeah,
and
I
like how
love
to move
this
past it.
question. Yeah. Okay. So I love this question because I block myself too. And this is why I
Yeah.
have my own healer to kind of help me see from a 300,000 foot view when I'm really narrowly focused on something, like I'm too
Mm-hmm.
close to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so oftentimes, what I find really fascinating is we are the collection of the average energetic frequency within us. So our thoughts hold a frequency, our
Mm-hmm.
emotions hold a frequency. And so if we haven't processed out uh, trauma or thoughts like we want to shame ourselves into doing something different,
Mm-hmm.
all of these have an energetic weight attached to them. So like David R. Hawkins has this really cool map. It's called the map of consciousness. And it basically says what our normal feelings have as far as like a weight attached to it. So for instance, if we're in states of shame, that is an energetic frequency of a 30 is what his map says.
Okay.
Now, if we're in states of peace or joy, that's an energetic frequency of like a 600. It's a higher
Yeah.
frequency.
Huge. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what it's teaching us is basically the things that are weighing us down, that are keeping us in the 30, we
Mm-hmm.
need to start to process, heal, move so that our energy, overall energy, is raising in frequency and we're in an energetic alignment with the thing we're manifesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always think about like, how will I feel when I've manifested that thing in? I'll feel peaceful. I'll feel joy. Okay,
Yeah.
amazing. What's weighing me down currently that's keeping me out of more states of joy and peace? And how can I access more states of joy and peace? And so it's the twofold. It's about healing what's keeping me heavy energetically, and also starting to access that feeling now, because that puts me in alignment with what I'm wanting to call in. Does that make sense?
Yes, totally. And I think through that stuff because it's like, okay, maybe I'm in a weird funk with my mood or whatever, or then I try to go out and do things that bring me joy or peace or calm me down, right? Or like go put bird seed in my bird feeders and like water my plants because I'm an old lady and I'm boring.
I love it.
And
I love my
love that
plants.
stuff.
I'm staring at a plant right here, right now. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, go. Yeah. And just almost like bring it back down a level and like to the very basics of what makes you calm and happy. So yes. Okay. So I'm not off. I'm just, you just got to work a little harder at some of the stuff that you probably are blocking. We just don't realize.
Yeah. And something that you're bringing up too, that I think is really beautiful, is sometimes it is that easy of a shift where you're like, let me just access my joy. Let me water my plants. Let me add bird feed to the bird feeder. But there's also a part of that where I feel like the collective culture is like, just swing all the way into the positive and be happy and just forget about why you're feeling sad. And I feel like that's almost like there's a part of us where we're brought into, because collectively we're like, you should just be happy. It's almost like this toxic positivity that I catch myself in, where I'm like, just be happy, like do that
fake
thing.
Happy. It's like fake happy, but it's not real happy. Yeah.
And so that's where that healing, I think, is so important, because it's coming up for a reason. Like we're feeling triggered for a reason. It's not the thing that happened. It's usually like 8 layers under the thing. Like, why am I really feeling angry about this? It's not this. It's this is related to this, which is related to this, which is related to this.
Yes.
And so the goal is to say, what's the root? Where did this originally start? Let me heal that to neutralize that energy, to then step into an embodied state of joy and presence. And I think that's what helps us the fastest and the most, from the most embodied state, is let me actually neutralize it first and then step into states of joy and peace and things of that nature too.
Yes, I love that. And I totally agree. With you can't be fully thriving when you have all this stuff that you've never healed from. Yes, I totally agree. And like with me, when I wrote my book and talked about trauma from 20 years ago, that was so buried deep inside me. Think of how much that was holding me back. Right. And finally putting that out in the world and moving past it and healing. Right. I mean, it's like, it literally, like the world opened up to me and I'm like, holy shit, now I'm showing up like I'm meant to. And like, things are happening. You know what I mean? It's like I'm stepping into my unapologetic self and my true highest self, right? Yes, I've definitely experienced all of that firsthand. And I agree, you must heal.
Yeah.
If it's from childhood or whatever, or now, to really get to that. I love that.
And we don't have to be completely healed too. I think sometimes we're like, oh gosh, there's just so much work to do. I'll never be successful. And it's like, no, you absolutely can be successful and heal in real time. It's like a both and. So that's one of the things too, where sometimes we have this belief, like I have to have it all figured out or all healed. We're healing till the day we move on to the other realm. And so it's really important to just know, like, we're an unfinished masterpiece exactly as we are, and just know that we are this beautiful, perfect masterpiece, even with the unfinished edges. Like, let yourself still be seen in it.
Absolutely. It's not like you're like, check, done, healed that, on to the next one. We will always heal, or you think you've healed and then a trigger brings it back up. You're like, oh shit, I thought I dealt with this years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Deeper integration.
New levels, new devils. Like it's always going to come bubbling back up in a different way that we're not expecting. And it's just constant work if you really want to get to that point. Yeah. I love that. Calling all badass moms and entrepreneurs ready to stop surviving and start thriving. Y'all, I am officially opening spots for one-on-one mentorship. This is designed exclusively for the women who know they're meant for more, but feel stuck in the chaos of balancing business, motherhood, and everything in between. I'm not just another coach. I'm a proven business owner who's built an award-winning company, written a best-selling book, launched a podcast, and built a platform, all while raising a family. If you're ready to get unstuck and take bold action, master time management and boundaries, build an unshakable CEO mindset, and prioritize your energy without guilt, then let's make your next level happen. Faster, smarter, and with zero apologies. This is not for the excuse makers. It's only for women ready to go all in on themselves. Remember, spots are limited, so if you are interested, head on over now to Instagram and send me a DM with the word mentorship. I cannot wait to talk to you, girl.
Yeah.
All right, so we are both boy moms.
Yeah.
And I have two boys. I love them more than life itself, but man, they make life interesting sometimes. They're little goofballs. What are some of your fun moments, or I always like to talk like mom fails too. Like I have some for example, is like my one son's accidentally tried to start the house on fire twice, or he shaved his eyebrows off, or
Oh,
just
no.
random. My friend, she forgot her kid twice at different baseball events. Like
Yeah.
funny things. But like, do you have some cute, like a cute story or something where you feel like you had a mom fail, but that we can laugh about it, or like something your son did that was just like so cute? You're like, oh my gosh.
I mean, every day there's something new that
Yeah.
I just find our kids are like our greatest teachers too. They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
teaching us at the same time. Like we're creating guardrails so that they stay alive, but ultimately they're kind of teaching us to be more present, to be more embodied, to be more patient. And so the big thing that he always, I think, guides me into is that patience part where I'm like, we got to go. Like, we're going to hurt, like we're late, like, let's go. And so like, there's that part of me where I'm always like, oh, but like, I'm missing such a juicy moment where he's just being goofy or he's being playful. And can I actually, when I get down on his level and I appreciate the goofiness, we go faster instead of being like, I'm pulling him into the car, like that doesn't work. There's the resistance on both ends. So I find when I actually drop into the moment and be playful with him, that in and of itself, I find to be just so much fun. And so
I love that.
Yeah, just so fun. So he's just the best. He teaches me to just drop into my inner child. I mean, just the other day, I mean, his favorite thing to talk about is poop. So we talk about that all the time, he's just at that age where it's just like everything about poop is funny.
Yeah.
So that's something that we just do in the car. We'll just sing, like I'll sing and he sings, and then he'll randomly throw in like poo poo, and then we both just start laughing. So that's something just cute that he does.
Yeah. And like with boys, they're always going to say the most random things.
Yes.
But what I love about them is like, yes, they remind us like, chill out sometimes, have some fun, like go laugh and jump on the trampoline we went years ago on Mother's Day to Boondocks. I'm like, I don't want to go to brunch again. And like, whatever. I love brunch, but I was like, I'm sick of it. So we went to Boondocks and I did laser tag for the first time. And I was like, holy shit, that was so fun. My heart is beating, I'm like, they remind us to like have some freaking fun and chill out sometimes. Right.
Yes, so much fun. And how he's so imaginative now. Like it's like every day he wants me to like come to his ice cream shop and buy ice cream from him. And it's like every day he's selling me something. It's so precious. Yeah.
I love that. That's so cute. Yes. And they grow like the blink of an eye. You're just like, what happened? Where?
I know. I know.
Okay. I would love to know, how do you define wellness in your own life, and how has it evolved over time? Maybe since you've become a mother, which is a whole different ballgame.
Yes.
But yeah, how do you define wellness?
I really love this question. Wellness to me would be about really tuning into myself and being honest about where I'm at, what I need to feel good in the moment, honoring whatever version of me is showing up in the moment, not making her right or wrong, just loving on her anyways. And so wellness to me would just mean just tuning in, seeing if I really am living in alignment, or if something has just been a pattern. Like, is there something in business I need to change? Like, I've always sold this sort of package, but does it feel aligned to offer that many sessions in a month? Or should I dial it down? Should I charge more for my services? And so I think wellness is about that, just being really in tune, but also really honoring the things that light me up. So for me, I mean, that's like singing, that's like reading all of these different books. I'm consistently reading like 5 books at a time, where it's just like, which one is drawing me in the most right now, So it's like, I really started honoring the things that lit me up as a child. Like there's so much information that we can learn about ourselves from who we were as children. And I started really honoring that. Like when I was younger, I was like singing and acting and always on stages and always had microphones and putting on plays. And so when I started recognizing that that was a part of me that just I loved to lean into, that's when I was like, I think I want to be a speaker. Okay, I'm going to start speaking now. I want to step onto stages. I want to share my message. I want to start my podcast. So it's really about tuning into, I always say, like, what is my path of highest excitement? Follow that and shift accordingly. So if there's things that I feel like I'm putting the word should or shouldn't in front of, that's how I know I'm out of alignment, because it's more about what is my path of highest excitement and how can I honor that and follow that in a way that is raising my frequency, but also just bringing a lot more joy and peace into my day to day.
I love all that. And I've really learned to ask myself, how do I feel? If
Yes.
when you don't feel good or you feel off, you're like, what have I been doing? Who have I been around? Like, and you have to kind of, you can quickly assess like, oh yeah, I was drinking, I drank some wine and now I have a headache and now I feel like shit or whatever. It's like totally looking at how you feel, how are you showing up, and that's how you need to step out in the world. I love that. Okay, so this is another selfish question.
I love it.
But I'm asking because I know I'm not the only one and I have a lot of friends. So your speaking career,
Mhm.
how did you, like, for example, I've been speaking a lot in Colorado for years, right? And a lot for free, happily. But I'm at the point, and I want to hear about this point where you're like, okay, now I'm on national stages. I'm charging, right? I'm not like $100. It's more, obviously,
Yeah.
what you're worth. Like, how did you personally make that jump? And what advice would you have for people like me that are literally right there, ready to take the jump?
Yeah. So the thing that actually really helped me was declaring that in a big room. So like I'm in a big mastermind. And so when I part of one of the questions that I asked when I was wanting to start speaking was, I just went on stage and I asked my mentors, like, how do I get paid to speak? What does that look like? Like, tell me about that process. And by me just being on stage in front of 150 entrepreneurs, that in and of itself, more than the information I received on the stage, put me in communication with the people that could get me on the bigger stages. And so it was like people that were in the room were speakers and they were like, hey, I have got this panel. I'd love for you to join us on that. Are you available in 2 weeks to show up for this? And hey, I've got this other stage and I'd love for you to show up to that. And so I just started sharing that I was speaking in rooms that people could either connect me or they themselves were speakers. And so I think that's a big part of it, is just starting to actually share, this is what I want to do. And I'm so excited about it. And if anyone has any stages that they would like for me to step into, I'd love to do that. And so that is definitely very, very helpful, is just declaring it, one, to the universe, but two, to like physically to the people around you. And then from there, it's about just getting some of those assets set up. So if you're speaking, make sure you've got a videographer there that's capturing that footage so people actually see you as a speaker. And so it's about now pulling together that speaker reel that people can now see that you've put the reps in. And so that's like logistically part of it. But I think a big part of it is like declaring to the universe, I'm ready, and God, source, universe, align me with the perfect people that I'm most meant to serve, that can pay me XYZ. So whatever the fee is that you're desiring, that can easily pay me that I can step onto that stage and so deeply serve that the audience is in alignment with my message. That declaration, when we actually close our eyes and we feel it in the cells of our body, like, I am so grateful that you aligned me with the perfect stages. So we say it with gratitude and as if it's already passed. I'm so grateful that you aligned me with the perfect stages, that I was able to get paid, $20,000 to step onto that stage. And it feels so good because they were able to pay me in full and the audience completely resonated with my message. And now I have clients coming in from that. If you say that and you feel that within the cells of your body, it's inevitable that will start to occur.
It will happen.
Yes. So that's a big part of it too, where it's like declaring it to the universe with gratitude as if it's already happened, putting you in that frequency. That's going to start to attract in the right people and opportunities into your hemisphere, no matter what you're manifesting, whether it's stages, a soulmate, anything.
I love that. And a lot of it is who you know. So it's like you have to, if you're wanting to do whatever it is you're wanting to do, find those people that are doing it successfully, get to become, like, not just selfishly, but get to become their friend, add value to them.
Mhm.
how can I serve them first
Mhm.
and get
Yeah.
to know them, and naturally you'll become friends, and then you never know
Yeah.
where down the road they're like, oh, I need this speaker and I thought of you,
Mhm.
so I love all of
Exactly.
that. I love all of
Yes.
that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I like that you said too, as it's already happened. I
Yeah.
know I've heard before, like as you are doing it now, but I like that it's already happened.
Mhm.
And let's just move this along a
Yes.
little. It's happened. We're done. We're
Yes.
moving on.
100%. And I've
I love
actually
it.
seen this play out in a really wild way where I, for a little while, was helping my mentors sell their mastermind.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like me and my counterpart. So it was a male that was selling the mastermind. I was selling the mastermind too. And
Okay.
I remember thinking, okay, I'm getting really busy. My time is valuable. I want to value my time. So thank you, God, Source, Universe, for aligning me, for having aligned me with the perfect people that are ready to step in, that are ready to say yes. Like I just set this
Mm.
intention around that because our time is valuable. So if we're
Yes.
jumping on 30 calls, allow those to be calls with people that are ready, that this is in alignment, that
Yeah.
they're excited to step in. So I set this really powerful intention. And what was wild was, so my mentor was like just going through the leads and he was just splitting them 50-50. Christina, you get
Mm-hmm.
this one. And then he gets this one. And Christina, you get this one. So he split it down the way. And it was like every single person that I stepped onto a call with was like, not only do I want to buy this, I want to upgrade to this. And oh, by the way, can I
Yeah.
just text you my credit card number? Like, I don't even need to step on the phone call. I know that I want this. Like, let's just go. And it was like, okay, great. So every single
That's
person was saying
awesome.
yes and wanting to upgrade. And my counterpart was like, everyone is homeless. No one has a job. No one's answering my text messages. What the actual F is going on? And I was like, this is wild. Just
Yeah.
witnessing the difference in energy and how
Oh
that
yeah.
attracted in these people versus how that attracted in those people.
Mm-hmm. I
Like it
love
works.
that.
It was so powerful to just witness it.
And just, yeah, like who is your ideal person?
Yes.
Let's skip all this stuff. Yeah, like they're homeless. They like make, $5 an hour, whatever,
Uh-huh.
right? Like you're
Yeah.
like we're on a different level at that point for who you
Yeah.
need to access. So I love that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell us about your podcast, You Unlimited, please?
Yeah. So I love that space so much. It's so much fun because we attract in incredible people like yourself that share about how they scaled their business to a certain level of what they deem as successful. And
Mm,
they're living out their soul's purpose, their soul's mission, they're self actualizing. And what I love about it is every single person has a unique way that they've built what they've built. And so what I find
yeah.
so fascinating is like there are people on there that are making 8 figures a year, 9 figures a year. And it's like, wow, how did you build this? Like, did you grow
Mm-hmm.
up? Did you do you have trust funds? Like, tell me more, and they're like, no, here's how I think about things. And here's what I had to do. And here's what I had to put in place. But also here's how I manifest. And here's the magic of stepping into the future version of you. So what I love about the space is it's not just tactical because tactics are very helpful. So
Yeah.
we definitely talk about tactics. Like, what did you do tactically to build what you built? But also we talk about the spirituality. We talk about who did you have to embody? What did
Mm-hmm.
it look like to invest in yourself? And how did you get over the fear of stepping into the next level version of you? And did you fail? Of course you did, because everyone fails. Like, and how did you
For
stumble
sure.
and pick yourself back up? So there's so much just honesty in the space, authenticity, spirituality, tactics, and it's all about just how to build a business in alignment with your soul. And I just bring in these really high vibrational people that have, reached this level of success that they share with us what they did to fully embody their truth and their version of success and ways to get there faster. So there's always different the episodes. Like it's like I get something new, like a golden nugget every time I'm
Oh,
just
I'm
in the
sure.
communication. So
Yeah.
it's just so much fun to just witness these incredible people come in and just share these like aha moments for me and for everyone that's tuning in. It's just there's so much wisdom in the space. It's shortcuts all around.
For
But
sure.
it's so spiritual too, and it's so high vibe, and it's incredible. I love that space.
Yeah, it sounds amazing, and every person has done something so unique probably to
Yes.
build their business, and it was
Uh-huh.
like it's a light bulb moment for the rest of us, like, oh,
Mhm.
if we can collapse time and
Yes.
try that, but I
Mhm.
love the business aspect and the spiritual,
Mhm.
the energy aspect as well, because you truly, if you're wanting to be as successful as you can be, right, you
Mhm.
do need to have both. It's not just one
Yes.
or the other. So
Absolutely. Yeah. I see
yeah.
so many people hire mentors or coaches, and then they basically copy and paste their business strategy because
Yeah.
they're at a certain level of success. And then this is a mistake, a quote unquote mistake, a learning that I myself had to do where I hired the business coach. She was making what I wanted to make at the time from a financial perspective, copied and pasted it, made no money doing it. In fact, I think I made $300 in 6 months, and it like literally came from my mother. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing something wrong. What is wrong with me? What am I doing? And I realized, oh, I'm building someone else's business just because I deem them as successful.
Yeah.
And that's where the intuitive part started coming in, where it got me in the right rooms at the right time and helped me build something that I actually wanted to show up for and wanted to scale instead of doing it the way just because someone else did it that way. I think that's why that intuitive part is so important, is like, take what lands with you and leave the rest. Like if it's exciting to you, follow that. But if there's a part of you that feels heavy, it's not yours. It's not right or wrong. It's just not yours. So I think that's a big part of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it has to align with you and your spirit and your soul, right? Everyone is so different. So yeah, take those little pieces, try it. And if it doesn't align, move on then. I love that. Okay. So how can we help support you and where can we find you?
I love this. If anything that I said today resonates, check out the podcast. It's so much fun. It's again called You Unlimited with Christina Deering. And, that's a great way to lean in and just support yourself. There's so much wisdom in the space. I bring in such incredible guests that are so different. Like we had a pleasure priestess come in and talk about pleasure in business. And it's like, wow. And then we had someone who has built an 8-figure real estate business. It's so could not be more different. But ultimately, there's an element to spirituality that God is in all of their businesses, which I find so fascinating and so beautiful. And so there's something so fun about that space. So if there's something that resonated, lean into that space, You Unlimited. That's so fun. You can find me there. You can find me on Instagram and across social platforms. My handle is I am Christina Deering, and that's just CHRISTINA and then DEERING. It's a great place to connect. I'm always just adding, fun content in there. And so I'm just wanting to just give into that space. So if anything is intriguing, just lean in more, follow the intuitive pings. There's always wisdom in many different places. And if something excites you, follow it.
Love that. And I will post everything in the show notes too. So you can, if you're listening and you want to go check it out, easily go there. But yes, please go follow her. She just constantly is having positive, aligned, just amazing content and ideas. So thank you so much. And I'm so, so grateful that you came on and shared all of this amazing wisdom with us all. So thank you.
You're so welcome. There's one more thing I wanted to add too, that as you were just speaking, I was like, ooh, this feels important. There's something that an exercise that I feel like is the thing that helps you quantum leap when you're manifesting, that I would love for anyone that's tuning in that actually wants to manifest more quickly. I call it the 7-figure shift, but honestly, you can use it to manifest anything in your life. And what this exercise does, and I'll send it to you so you could drop it in the show notes too, is basically it helps you to normalize success in your body. So often when we're trying to step into that next level version of success, we have a lot of fear that comes up because it's not comfortable. It's outside of ourselves. It's like but wait, am I allowed to be this audacious? Like if I build it, will they come? And so when I talked about embodying that feeling of gratitude as if it's already happened, this exercise is the thing that helped me step into that paid speaking career. It's the thing that helped me manifest in the amount of money that I wanted in my business and the amount of success. So it's a really cool exercise. It takes 10 minutes to do, if not less. And basically what it does is it helps you to start to feel like that success, what you want, is totally normal, and it helps it manifest in faster. That's why people that are born with money end up having a lot of money if they feel like it's always there and it's safe, right?
Yeah.
And versus like, oh, I can only get it through mom or dad, then maybe they don't have a lot of money when they have to do it themselves. But it's all about the internal belief around what feels safe for me. And so the goal is to say, have your manifestation feel safe, and it will come into fruition so much faster.
Ooh, I love that. Well, thank you. I'll be doing that. Definitely send it over and I will put it in the show notes. So thank you again so much. You're amazing. I appreciate you. And everyone, thank you for checking out this Lip Service and Lashes episode. Always remember, no BS, just real vibes. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
If you loved the episode, share it on Instagram and tag me so I can say thank you and meet you. or share it with a girlfriend who you know would love this too. Always remember, no BS, just real vibes. See you next time on Lip Service and Lashes.